I actually think it will be very dangerous in terms of public protection. I think the rump, which is going to be the remaining 12% of probation service that is going to be kept into the public sector, is going to be given the task of all high-risk offenders, writing all the court reports and dealing with all the breaches of any lower or middle-risk offenders who breach their conditions of their parole or probation requirements. And to me, that's an impossible job for such a small residual public service. My other major worry is that the community rehabilitation companies will be out to tender, and the larger multinational companies like Group 4 Security and Serco, which we know have had their failings both in the public sector provision of private prisons and also in the way that they've dealt with the Olympics, for example, and tagging, where they've been claiming fraudulently for dead and non-tagged offenders. This doesn't give you a lot of confidence that they're going to be able to manage quite changeable and dynamic risk levels. Okay, people might come out of prison or be put on probation and be deemed and assessed as a low or medium risk. But that risk can change with different circumstances. Say they've got drugs or alcohol problems or other sorts of problems. Their risk can change. And my worry is that you won't have enough skilled people being able to assess that change of risk. Also, that if you look at the Sonics case, that case, Dano Sonics was seen as a medium risk offender. He went on to commit 2 horrendous murders. Now, if that can occur when they're under public scrutiny with very highly qualified staff, my worry is that there's going to be a lot more Sonicses that are missed and that you will have dangers in public protection. And his own ministers, 80% of his own ministers, are worried that there'll be reputational damage and a risk to the public. I think a lot of the things the Ministry of Justice are doing currently are very much media-led, and obviously that involves a moral panic element as well as quite a punitive element. I think this government is very punitive, not just towards known offenders, but towards anybody that is seen as a member of the underclass or feral classes, or somebody that's, claiming benefits, or anybody that's not responsible, as I said in my talk. I think the fact that the Ministry of Justice want to interfere with the parole process and put down stringent requirements is not helpful, because the parole process is a thorough one, and you have experienced parole panel members who make very skilled and in-depth judgments on who should be given parole, and they're not automatically given parole on the first or second hearing. And those judgments are informed by reports from the prisons and the probation service and other interested people like the victims. So I feel that the system is very robust, and I don't think that the Minister of Justice should be stipulating a more tick box approach to it.